Do you lose money trading crypto with leverage? Look, we all have, but some of us make more money than we lose. So then, did we really lose any money at all? Well, no. But how do we get to this point where we are always in profits? How do you go from losing your life savings in the markets, trading without a plan or a plan that fails to work, to making hundreds of thousands of dollars, sometimes even on a single trade? The second group of people have a plan that uses the law of averages and probabilities that make you win the majority of the trades that you take. And in today's video, I'm going to be showing you how you can develop your own plan so that you can make millions of dollars in the markets trading with leverage without losing money. My name is BISSBTC and I've been trading for over 7 years now, and I've been making millions of dollars in crypto. I went from $2,000 to $5 million in a few years, only to have it all stolen from me in an exchange collapse. Then, starting from $3,000, I've made it all back again. So I can absolutely guarantee you that this system works. So here is my promise. By the end of this video, I will give you a step-by-step guide on how you can make millions of dollars trading with leverage in crypto without getting liquidated. Let's get into the video. Right, as you can see here, November 14th, 2022 was when I had all of my money stolen from me. And as you can see here, I've made it all back and more. And here is another account that I've been trading on Bybit. As you can see, I started with $100,000 and within 30 days, I've turned it into $324,000. So this video isn't about what you actually are going to do. It's more about what you are not going to do. However, I will cover the exact trading pattern that you need to follow to make millions of dollars trading with leverage at the end of the video. And I'll also cover in this video how much leverage you should use to make a lot of money. And this is a system that I see absolutely no one talking about. So what you are hearing here in this video is the raw reality of making a lot of money with trading leverage. So here is a little meme of somebody who is 91% drawdown. So many fake smiles, you never know what somebody is going through. So this is not what to do. You do not use leverage to chase back losses. Let's say you've made a bunch of money in crypto. Somehow you've lost it there. Let's say you're in the trenches. You've bought a coin that's rugged, for example. It's gone down. It's gone horribly wrong. And you feel like, damn, I need to make that money back right now. But what you do not do is come to leverage to chase back losses. This is not something that you just chase back losses quickly because you are emotionally charged. You can go watch my other video, 7 years of trading advice in 27 minutes. And I explain that there. However, right here, the solution to this is if you do want to chase back your losses with leverage trading, what you need to do is take a break. Take a break for a little bit, accept where you are, and then implement a trading system that I'm about to teach you in here, and then just focus on the charts and the charts only. Do not compare your current portfolio to your old all-time high, because you'll be emotionally charged and you will try to rush it back. Look, take this from somebody who's had $5 million stolen from them in the FTX exchange collapse. Look, what I did not do was go all the way down to $3,000. If I've come back from such a loss, then you can too. Because what I didn't do was go, I need to make this money back fast. What I did is I said, okay, this may take some time. But what I did was I accepted where I was, I just focused on the charts, and that was it. And I used these strategies in this video here. And look, if you take a 10% loss, you're going to need 11% to make it back. 20%, 25% to make it back. 50%, you need a 2x to make it back. 80% down, let's say you have 100 grand down to 20 grand, you need a 4x to make it back. 5x. If you're 97% down, then you need 3,233% to make it all back. So look, protect that capital. Don't lose the rest of it trading leverage. So what else not to do? Do not use leverage all of the time. We only use leverage in scenarios and environments where we know where price is going to go. Or you at least have a high probability idea of where it is going to go. Because look, crypto is volatile enough. These coins move 50% in a week sometimes. Now, using leverage is not needed. Let's say you start back. 2 grand, 50% move, you've made another grand. Some of these moves are large enough moves that you do not need to be using leverage at all times, okay? So that's the two things what not to do. So I'm going to tell you what to do. Only, as I just said, only use leverage when you know where price is going, because it minimizes your losses and maximizes your wins. And if you can protect your capital, by default, you will make money, okay? And I'll explain that in a minute. I only use leverage in under 2 market conditions. Knowing when to cut your trade, because if you don't know when to cut your trade, you will just simply hold it for liquidation, right? You enter your position here, price goes up, you're thinking, brilliant, I'm in profit, it goes down, oh no, right? You've bought a support area, let's say this is an SR. It comes back up underneath retest. Let's say you should cut your trade here because now your support area is broken, it's under testing the backside as a retest. It comes down. Instead of cutting your trade here, what you do is you add to your position here because you think if it bounces, you'll make back even more money. This is what a lot of people do. Price then bounces. Oh, brilliant. I'm glad you're back at break even. So you don't close your position because now you've back at break even. You want to make your money back and more. You want to turn a profit. Maybe I can turn a profit. But then what happens is price comes down. You're back into the original loss. And then boom, you're fully liquidated. That is what happens when you don't look to cut your trade when you absolutely should. So there are absolutely 4 outcomes to a trade. Small win, a large win, small loss, and a large loss. The whole purpose of knowing when to cut your trade prevents a large loss. And if you can prevent large losses, that means by default, you make money in the markets. So prevent large losses. Small losses are always going to occur, but you can always prevent large losses. So if you can prevent large losses, by default, you will make money. So that's number 1, knowing when to cut your trade. Simple, because you are protecting your capital. Number 2, you have planned your trade in advance, because this prevents you from impulse trading. How many times have you gone into the markets, just gone, ooh, I will, make money today, so price goes up? Or you go, it's going to continue being green because we've had a couple green candles. So you buy here, and then you guessed it, price reverses. How many times have you impulse trade? Just impulse bought because you've seen a few green candles, or impulse sold because you saw a few red candles. So many times. So if you plan your trade in advance, it will prevent you from over trading. Because sure, impulse trading does work occasionally, right? It will work where you buy a green candle here and it does continue going up because the market is designed to do that. If you went into the casino and you lost every single time, nobody would ever walk into a casino ever again in their lives. But some people walk away with massive wins. And that's exactly what the market does to prevent you from doing things on a long enough time frame. Impulse trading works occasionally to make you keep doing it. Maybe you think this next one is going to be the winner. But what you actually need to do is have your trade planned in advance to prevent this. So every single trade, or you have a high probability of being right? And if you're going to be trading with leverage, which is high risk, that's what you want to do. You want to know that you are right for certain. So all you have to do is you have a plan. You wait for that plan to happen. This is where everyone messes up. Let's say you want to buy the support level, right? It comes down, it just misses it. It starts to pump. So you impulse buy here, exactly like I said. It comes back down into your support level, so you go, I'm going to cut my trade here. It looks dangerous. Then you are right all the first place. This has happened so many times. And look, if you just stayed patient and waited for this support zone where you should have been doing the buying, you would have been right and made money anyway. And then once you've waited, you execute in the area that you should. So plan, patience, execute. And everyone messes up on the patience part. And that's exactly why I host a live stream every single week inside my private trading community, so that you have a plan for every single week ahead. So nobody inside is going clueless. So nobody should be taking impulse trades. Every single trade should be planned and high probability. And this is exactly what we do in the 1 to 100K trading challenges. Every single trade is planned in advance. I also do regular live streams on my YouTube channel, so you'll see some of them there. So how much leverage should you use? Because less is more every single time in crypto, because crypto is volatile enough. And I'm going to be completely honest here. If you use the high leverage, you're probably broke. because position size is all that matters in this game. If you bought a coin with $1 million and it moves up 10%, 20%, 30%, you've made 100, 200, 300 grand. You do not need leverage. But if you buy a coin with 1 grand and it moves up 10, 20, 30%, you've only made 100, 200, $300, which is not enough in your mind. But if you had a lot of money, you wouldn't be using leverage. So that's what you do. You use leverage to make up for what you don't have. So it's a broke people. High leverage is a broke people's problem, right? So what you need to do is make more money. Very, very simple. And then you won't have that risk. But how do we make more money? That's what this video is for. So you need to have a high win rate. And using those two things, knowing when you cut your trade and planning your trades in advance, will allow you to have a high win rate. Look, so 1 to 3x is good enough to grow a trading account. And this is all I use on the 1 to 100K trading challenges that I complete inside my private trading community called the Take Profit Collective. I only use 1 to 3x leverage. And I'll explain why the mathematical reason is, okay? Because look, you can use leverage to start off with, but then once you're big, as I said, if you had $1 million, you wouldn't be using leverage. So once you start off, this is what we do on these trading accounts. We start off with 1K, we use 1 to 3x leverage, build up that account. Then once the account is higher, we reduce the leverage. We don't need as much money to make more money, right? Because you have 50K in a trade, 2x that, done. 1K in a trade, you 2x that, you're only at 200K, right? Massive, massive difference of making 1 grand to 50 grand. Exactly the same action. So, as you make more capital, you reduce that risk. And as I said, if you are using leverage, only take high probability trades, right? And the problem here is that people use high leverage. And these are the statistics that were officially released from Bybit themselves. People with 100x leverage longing the market, it takes them 8 hours to get liquidated. It's a 94% chance of getting liquidated within 8 hours of using 100x leverage. 50x leverage in 8 hours, 46% chance. But then we zoom over here. 83% chance and 97% chance over across a time frame of 30 days, right? And if you use 5x leverage, there is a 0.9% chance, 0.09% chance of getting liquidated within 8 hours, and a 13% chance of getting liquidated within 30 days. So imagine the probabilities if we only use 1 to 3x leverage. Now, if you do want to use high leverage, look, I'm not going to suggest this, but some of you out there are just going to go, I want to use this. Just use it as fun. Only use a small amount of money, okay? If you win, brilliant. Withdraw that money and then move it into low leverage. If you lose, it's a bit of fun anyway, and then learn from it. Otherwise, if you just hop on the computer with high leverage and you go on, what trades am I going to make today? You have no plan, you're using high leverage, look, you're going to end up as being this guy. Let's begin trading. 11 a.m. 11:05, boom, liquidated. This bloke's crying himself to sleep. Oh, I've been liquidated. Well, what do you expect? You've just played with fire. So, this is the bull market strategy that I suggest using and that we use in the 1 to 100K challenges, right? Exactly the same scenario as I said earlier. People see an asset here, it pumps, damn, I wish I bought. So it pulls back. Haha, I was right not to buy. Fuck buying this shit. And then, look what happens. It pumps, right? So how do we prevent this? Using this bull run strategy. In a bull run, if a coin pulls back 30 to 50% in a higher time frame key level, you buy. And then you look to hold for a bounce or continuation. And in a bull market, the system is long until wrong, right? So how does this look like? Here are some examples, okay? As you can see here, this is an old trade I took on my 1 to 100K trading challenge. Did it on a live stream, spoke about it on a live stream currently, and this trade here made me over $6,000. I'll be breaking that trade down very, very shortly in a real life example. This one here was on my personal account. It was Luna. Obviously, we all know what happened to Luna. I actually did short this on the way down when it fully collapsed before, shorted this move. But I also longed the bottom and I made over $300,000. What did I do? Is I bought a 30 to 50% pullback into a higher time frame level, and then look, boom, we made a lot of money on this move. As you can see here, this is what I bought inside the Take Profit Collective, a trade that I posted inside. and then boom, as you can see, this is the lunar update. So this is the bull run strategy. As you can see here, JTO, this was the support level I mentioned, okay? In a bull run, all you have to do is price goes up. Instead of being this guy, oh, I wish I bought, it pulls back and going, fuck, I wish I bought. What you do is you buy a 30 to 50% pullback, 30 to 50% pullback into a higher time frame key support. That is where you buy. You are doing your buying here because number one, you know where to cut your trade. If the higher time frame key support breaks, then you cut your trade. And number two, you have planned your trade in advance up here. Now, if you would like to see this exact strategy, well then I've already made a video about this, knowing the market conditions, support and resistance and those kind of things, and it is the exact strategy that made me over $5 million. So you can check that one out on my profile. So as you can see here, price pulls back 30 to 50% into a higher time frame key level. We look for a bounce. It may only bounce up to this previous high. Let's say if it makes a lower high here and then it goes into a bear market, you have still secured some profits here. If the price continues higher, then you long for continuation. So either way, you make money. Now, how does this system work? Because, as I said here, this was where I was doing the buy-in on JTO. I said to look to buy this area. As you can see, support here, resistance, resistance, resistance. We've broken out in here. We made the high at this point here. I said, I am looking to buy this higher time frame support here because it was 20 to, well, 30% exactly down into this region here. 30 to 50% pullbacks we are looking to buy. So we just simply buy this support area here with a clean, cut on a clean break below, and we're looking to trade this one up into the highs. And that is it, because that was my target up here. Pull back into a higher time frame support. Just keep it super, super simple. If the higher time frame support breaks, that's where you look to cut your trade to minimize the losses, and then you move on to the next trade. Very, very simple strategy. Higher time frame support, 30 to 50% pullbacks into those higher time frame supports in a bull market with coins that are on narrative, right? So one thing to note here, the earlier you are in a bull market, the better the leverage. As the bull market develops, the more and more risky there is a chance of bigger pullbacks than 50%. So therefore, the trades do not work as well. So that is a trade that I use all the time, system that I use all the time. As you can see here, $6,000 on JTO in the 1 to 100K trading challenges. And as you can see here, I made over $300,000 on Luna. And these were all posted inside my private trading community. So this is why it is hard to get liquidated using the system. Here is the maths. 100x leverage, if price moves 1% below your entry, you're liquidated. 50%, if you use 50x, 2.5% below your entry, liquidated. 10x leverage, 10% below your entry, liquidated, right? So if you use, and as the rest of the numbers are there, if you use 3, 2, 1x, right, you need a 33 or a 50% move down from your entry to get liquidated. And in a bull market, if price has already dropped 30 to 50% into a key level, then it is unlikely that price is going to drop another 30 to 50%. And if it does, you know where to cut your trade to limit your losses. And because trading is a game of probabilities, it is highly likely that you will make money using this system. If you simply want to take the exact same trades and buy the exact same tokens that I will be buying this bull run and in my 1 to 100K trading challenges, then you need to join my private trading community called the Take Profit Collective. I have changed so many people's lives by creating multiple millionaires and many more six-figure earners through the education and mentorship and the trades I provide inside. And look, you can just see all of the testimonials on the screen right now. And we're going to continue getting richer while this bull run still lasts, because the bull run is not going to last forever. So you need to act fast, and you can click in the description, www.takeprofitcollective.com, and I'll see you inside. And that's all for this video. I will see you all next time.